From Channel 5. One of the biggest celebrities ever on this station had nothing to do with news. It was Captain Gus. He hosted one of the most popular shows that ever ran on KENS TV. Even though the show went off the air in 1979, it still holds a lot of memories for thousands of South Texans. Nancy Laughlin has his story.
For so many South Texas children, for so many years, Captain Gus was a man who not only commanded a plywood boat, but captured hearts and imaginations.
They're totally honest. They won't give you a snow job like an adult will. They can spot a phony a mile away. And I thoroughly enjoy working with children.
I feel real good today, don't you?
His real name was Joe Alston. Each day for 26 years, he came into the homes of San Antonio children through their television sets on KENS TV.
I love those children. I love every one of them that's on that show. I consider all of them as my own special ones.
And they loved him. At the height of the show's popularity, thousands of children flooded a local shopping center when Captain Gus did the show from the roof of a department store. And at times, some kids who grew up to work at KENS 5 even cut class for a chance to meet their hero and be a part of his studio audience.
We were there. We had called in sick from school, you know, and the next day the teachers, well, are you feeling better, you know? And oh, yeah, we're feeling better. And he said, oh, that's good. We saw you on Captain Gus yesterday, so we were busted right then and there.
Some folks here at KENS 5 got their first taste of television on his show.
I made my KENS TV debut as a child on Captain Gus. He was one of my absolute favorites, and I was live on his show a number of times.
Meet the mates.
Even though the show has been off the air for a number of years and the man who gave Captain Gus life passed away, his memory and his legacy will live on for many years to come.
Captain Gus and Eyewitness Wants to Know are two of the longest-running programs ever on KENS TV. But there is another feature that's been finishing Eyewitness News for the past 26 years this month. When we come back, we'll take a look at the evolution of the Eyewitness Newsreel. So many of you have asked about that thing we run at the end of the 10 o'clock news. We've decided to give you a quiz. 1, that thing at the end of the news is called A, that thing at the end of the news. B, the Eyewitness Newsreel. C, Dan Cook's Home Movies. 2, the newsreel features A, local people doing fun things. B, people from around the country doing crazy stuff. C, Dan Cook's Home Movies. 3, the newsreel music is A, Mozart's 23rd Piano Concerto. B, the national anthem of Botswana. C, my 6th grade trumpet recital. No answers yet, but for hints, watch Eyewitness News at 10. Well, we do get a little silly sometimes, but the Eyewitness Newsreel has been closing Eyewitness News for 26 years. And we thought we'd take a look back at the evolution of the newsreel. The newsreel offers me the chance to say things that most news anchors never get the chance to. You know, they're always going, well, I guess I'll be able to get in that golf game this weekend, Bob. And we also get to end a newscast on a good note. So we thought we'd just take a look at newsreel through the years.
Let's take a look at tonight's newsreel. Nami. 25 otherwise sane students at Fox Tech High took part in a baby food eating contest today, and it was no baby-sized project. Each contestant had to swallow 10 cups of the stuff. Didn't always go down easy. A senior at the school, Narquis Cervantes, won the contest. He thanked 2 people for the victory, the teacher who fed him and the one who burped him. Representatives of the U.S. Army were at Marshall High School today, showing off Army athletic ability and getting a subtle point across about Army recruiting. Top Army wrestlers Randy Smith and Jim McCardle showed the students various wrestling holds, first with a dummy, then with a volunteer who wasn't so sure how smart he'd been. The main difference between the dummy and the person is the dummy doesn't scream so loud.
Well, Braves, more medicine men join them ranks of bird soldiers today at place where they keep big medicine, called by White Eyes Wilford Hall. 124 medicine men and women get big magic and diploma from Big Chief, soldier with 3 stars, Paul Myers. Soldiers who march without war paint, now all residents, will make them life healing bird soldiers in Air Force. Not much wampum for docs and nurses, but as White Eyes says, think of experience. Think of payments on TP, too. The legend says you can balance an egg on end only 2 days a year at the spring and fall equinoxes when the sun is over the equator. Well, they say it's no yoke, but Channel 5 news people had a tough time doing it today and found eggshell balancing isn't what it's cracked up to be. It is possible, but difficult. And intern Leticia Farias, with a mouthful of gum, decided to choose an easier way of doing it. And the truth is, since our newsreel cameraman started drinking early, all we have is video of the Channel 5 Christmas party. But it was nice. You know, Studio A was all decorated.
Very much like southern Mississippi.
Yeah, and everybody was there. Well, everyone except reporters who had to be out on assignment.
Can I come in now, please?
Okay, Eric, just in time to exchange presents. And what fun. Bruce Cates got string bikini underwear.
What can be more special than that?
But everyone enjoyed the party and the champagne and didn't have too much, just enough to help them forget their everyday problems. Right, Frank Guerra?
Well, no one seems to know and no one seems to care, so why should we? Frank Guerra, Channel 5, Eyewitness News.
Yesterday, Matthias fired up his little Cessna 172, the same plane thousands of Americans have, and headed from Finland to Moscow, right over the best radar system in the world. We're sure Matthias thought...
I'm not going to fool anyone.
But sure enough, he made it and landed on the Moscow River Bridge right next to the Kremlin wall. The Kremlin is where Gorbachev works. You know what that says about Soviet defenses?
That hurts our credibility.
We're going to start tonight with a dirty story about a white horse in the mud.
See, a priest and a rabbi walk into a bar.
No, this isn't a joke. The Humane Society in Vista, California had a tough time getting this horse out of a backyard pond, but they finally managed. Did the horse explain what happened?
I'm not proud of what got me in there.
That's Eyewitness Newsreel. That's Eyewitness News. Good night.
All right, sometimes we reach pretty far for those laughs or maybe even a giggle with the newsreel. But sometimes there are those times when you get a laugh and don't really mean to. When we come back, some more of the funniest bloopers on KENS TV in the last 50 years.
South Texas's best fishing holes tomorrow at 6 on KENS 5.
Why do most people watch Eyewitness News at 10?
Wow, no surprise to us.
We follow the latest trends.
That was 10 years ago.
We're always timely.
Never missed a cue.
Never missed a cue in my life.
Well, I missed one.
We've got a forecast you can trust.
Go out about noon and you'll get a good suntan. Don't get it all on one side. Roll yourself over.
All #1 reasons for watching the #1 newscast. We've got our eye on San Antonio. We're Eyewitness News.